name is Martine Smith and I'm the Dean of Graduate Studies here at Trinity College in Dublin. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this postgraduate open evening, and this session will focus specifically on those of you who are interested in pursuing a research degree at Trinity. So why choose Trinity for your research degree? There's probably no single answer to that question. Here's just a few things for you to think about as you make this important decision. 1. Trinity is an old university, more than 400 years old in fact. So it's grounded in a really strong tradition of learning, research and development. But it has only thrived across those 4 centuries because it has constantly remained future focused. Driving innovation and entrepreneurship is part of the DNA of this university. We're a research-led, research-intensive university. And at the vanguard of all this activity is an extraordinary group of cutting-edge researchers who are world recognised as leaders within their field. And these are the individuals that you would be joining if you join Trinity to do your research degree. Our model of PhD and master's development is one of mentorship and support through supervision to enable every student to fulfil their potential. We're a city centre campus, right in the heart of Dublin City, but our reach extends far beyond the walls and the railings of the university. We are truly globally connected. We're connected through our formal networks, so we're proud members of various alliances of research-intensive universities, such as Laird and the Coimbra Group, but we also draw our faculty from all corners of the globe. As I said, throughout our 4 centuries, we have been focused on driving forward, on innovating and on entrepreneurship. And this is part of the ethos of Trinity from undergraduate all the way through to faculty. We're a very broad church as a university, with a vibrant community of researchers and students across many, many disciplines. And we actively support cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary collaboration because it is those partnerships that really yield some of the most exciting innovations. Our students are united by a common passion and curiosity about our world, our past and our futures. Our world-class research teams are based across all of our schools, 24 in total, across 3 faculties. What they share is this common vision of constantly pushing the frontiers of our knowledge and forging new links around the globe. So what would a PhD in Trinity look like? Well, it doesn't look like one thing because students are interested in very different research questions, and the context for their research can vary from lab-based groups all the way up to lone student-led researchers working with a supervisor and a thesis committee. And so the research supervision models are also somewhat different. You might be in a context where you see a research supervisor every day in the lab, or you may be a student who meets every week for a discussion with your supervisor or in a small group. But every structured PhD in Trinity is a 4-year programme of learning for full-time students or 6 years for part-time students. Part of the structure comes from the fact that within the first 18 months, you must complete at least 10 and a maximum of 30 credits of structured engagement. Within the structured PhD, you have a primary supervisor. You may have 1 or more co-supervisors, but you also have the support of a thesis committee, which includes members who are not directly part of your supervision team. And we have 2 key staging points to evaluate how you are progressing in your studies. So as a PhD student, you'll be expected to submit an annual progress report each year. And that has to be signed off by your supervisor and by your thesis committee to be sure that everybody understands what you have achieved and what's in the plan for the coming year. At the midpoint, somewhere between 18 and 24 months for full-time students, slightly later for part-time students, there's a formal process, an interview, an evaluation of work. And the outcome of that process is to determine that you may stay on the PhD register or perhaps recommend an alternate path for you. The structure of the PhD plays out in different ways across each of our 24 schools, and the schools span 3 faculties: arts, humanities, social science, science, technology, engineering and maths, and health sciences. But within each of these 24 schools is the Director of Postgraduate Teaching and Learning, who is responsible for coordinating the activities of all postgraduate students within that school. Your supervisors and the thesis committees are also located within our schools. So, where should you start? The most important starting place for you is yourself. What are you interested in? What is going to drive you on a research journey? 2, 3, 4, up to 6 years. The next step is to see how Trinity can support you in that. A good starting point is to review our schools and to see what is the focus of the research activity already happening within the schools. You may already be able to identify whose research aligns best with your interests. And a useful thing to do is to make informal contact with the Director of Postgraduate Teaching to see if your hunch is correct. Can they put you in contact with somebody, and can you collaboratively prepare the application? Consider funding. There is a small number of funded studentships available. Some of these are advertised on the college website. Some are housed on school local websites. Don't forget, you also need to check your eligibility. So do you meet the academic requirements to be accepted to do a PhD with us? Do you meet the English language requirements that are going to be in place for you? You'll find all the details on exactly what these requirements are and lots of other useful information on the main website. So my suggestion for your next steps would be, first, do that web searching, plan your virtual visit, explore the schools, see where your research interest lands. And when you find that space, start a conversation with the Director of Postgraduate Teaching and Learning within the school. A wise predecessor of mine said, at its best, any university is a community dedicated to the enhancement of knowledge and our understanding of and betterment of humanity. I look forward to welcoming some of you into our community as a university. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the Postgraduate Open evening.